Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, big welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. And it's kind of bizarre what I'm wearing right now because I am wearing a sweater and it is 85, like almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So yeah, we'll see how long this lasts. I'm gonna make it through. We have AC on. So first things first, shop update end of things. If you are interested in seeing some of the new fall colorways that are coming out soon, I did kind of hint at one of the colors recently. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. You can do so by going over to multifariousnature.com and it usually pops up. There's a pop-up that will ask if you want to subscribe to the newsletter. Make sure you do that. That way you'll find out about the new colorways first. And yeah, very exciting. I'm excited for the new season coming. And yeah, so I hope you are as well. There's a lot of people putting out new colors now. And it's just really fun to get into that feeling of fall. I love summer, I really do, but fall is one of my favorite seasons. And a lot of it is I like to layer and I like the colors. So I am much more a jewel tone, deep color person, even though my sweater is light colored. Yes, it's true. Anyway, um, I'm just gonna get into my finished object because I am wearing it. So this is the Mascari by Marie Amelie Designs, and it's using thrift store yarn. It's a mohair yarn. So I still have a bunch of it. It came on a cone like this. I mean, it looks like I didn't use anything. I mean, I definitely did. If you saw the first thing of this cone has definitely changed in size, but I could easily get another whole sweater out of this cone. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make another sweater out of it, but I could. I could make shawls out of it. Yeah, this is my first time wearing it. I just finished blocking it today. So I did a wet block and I'm going to kind of show you guys. So it did grow a little bit, just a little though. So the length of the sleeves, it's kind of, I guess you'd call it bracelet length is where it's falling on me. I knit the size 3 for the body. I have to specify this because I did actually make changes. So I did a size 3 for the body. I think it was a size 3 for the body or a size 2 for the body. Should have brought that in. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't think about that. But I went up for my sleeves because my arms are bigger and I wanted to make sure that I could wear this comfortably because I have a feel like a lot of these drop shoulder, sometimes they just don't fit very well when I pick up this, and I'm so glad I did. I went up at least 1 if not 2 sizes for the sleeves, so I just picked up more stitches. I did the amount for the larger size and that fit perfect. I mean, this fits really nicely. It's not overly stretched or anything. It fits just right. You can see the nice little gather here. It has a nice drape to it. It's an extreme gather at the wrist, and then you do the ribbing. So really fun pattern, you guys. Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it a lot. It has really easy cabling. So I'm gonna kind of get up here so you can see it. There we go. The lighting had to adjust, but you can see the really nice cabling here. It's just beautiful. I love this so much. It fits beautifully. It's not, it has that negative or positive ease. I'm wearing a dress right now, so if I wasn't wearing the dress, you'd probably be able to see that it has more positive ease. It's so long. There you go. You can barely see the bottom. So I have my ribbing down here. I did the what do you call it? Tubular bind off on the wrists, and like basically anywhere I bound off, I did tubular. And you can see the really nice detailing. So this basically is the exact same pattern on the back. And then the sleeves are just stockinette. It's so much fun. So if you're looking for a very easy, actually, cable knit sweater, this was really fun. It's a super easy cable. and it would be a great gift knit if you want to knit up a sweater relatively quickly. It is still fingering weight. Sorry, hopefully my hair is not getting on the microphone. It is still fingering weight, so you do have to keep that in mind. It is going to take a little time to make, no matter what. However, I definitely recommend this pattern. It was a lot of fun and very easy, and you can easily bring it with you. If you do it like I did, where I worked with I guess I'd say it's kind of a lace weight held double. I think it's supposed to be fingering weight. I did lace weight held double, and it's just amazing. It knit up so quickly, and it's so lightweight. It dried so fast. I kid you not that I definitely wet blocked this today, and it's just amazing how it's already dry. I can't believe it. I thought maybe it would still be damp, but it is warm today. We have the AC on though, so I don't know. And we do have a dehumidifier going downstairs where I was drying it, but I don't know. It's a lot of fun though. So definitely check out the Mascari. And again, there are other patterns called Mascari on Ravelry, so I will include a link below. But this designer is Marie Amelie Designs. So just so you know, there are a couple Mascari patterns out there. But yes, highly, highly recommend this one. Okay, so I did work on a couple of other projects this week. I primarily worked on this one, and I finished it, which I was really excited about. I took a mental wellness day today. Yeah, I'm grateful that I put in for that because I needed it. And I'm trying to be kinder to myself and do more mental wellness type days. So I'm really glad I did that. It helped me a lot. Okay, so the projects I've been working on are two other ones primarily. My 2 at a time socks using my Advent. This is a Multifarious Nature Advent from last year, 2023. And I am knitting up the 2 at a time socks. I have my lifeline put in here. It's not exactly a lifeline, it's a provisional cast on is basically what it is. Kind of a provisional cast on, because what I'm going to be doing is you pull this out and then you do an afterthought heel, which I really like. I really like the afterthought heel. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really do like it. So that's fun. I am getting close. I still have a couple more inches, but I am getting close to when I'm going to start striping. So I'm going to do some fun stripes, like I think two at a time of this color, like, or single, but 2 rows of this contrast color, and then stripe with that to kind of give that like vintage stripes look to the socks at the top. I think that would be really cute. And then we'll do the ribbing and everything in with this main color as well. So this is vintage Christmas colorway. It's really fun. If you are like I am, where I love knitting socks that are either speckled or variegated, I really like that. It keeps me going. I want to knit the next color. It keeps me going. I just love it so much. So yeah, highly recommend this. If you are like me and you like that, definitely well, you're gonna have to probably hurry if you really want it, because I don't have many of them left at all. But I do have an Advent in the shop if you do want to snag one. So just say, it really motivates you if you're knitting socks. I know if you're doing one sock at a time, it's really good to have that motivation. But if you're doing 2 at a time, it just helps. It just helps the motivation. So definitely loving that. And it's just such a pretty color. This is the colorway from the weekend prior. So this is the night before Christmas. Love it. Such fun colors. Very moody. I'm excited. I'm excited for all these fun colors. Okay, it just really keeps me going. Okay, so the next project I worked on was my half and half triangles wrap. I haven't worked on that in a while. I worked on it just a little bit this past week on my lunch breaks because it was unbelievably hot outside. I should have worked on my socks, but I just decided I wanted to work on this a little bit. So I haven't pulled this one out in a while. I think I only did 2 rows because it's so many stitches, but it's really fun. So this one I'm going to be using a bunch of vintage yarn. So this is yarn my mom had purchased before I was born even, and she gifted it to me, which is really nice, and they're really beautiful colors. So I'm going to be doing lots of fun colors on here, and there's going to be like these colors are going to be doing like these blues. I have a bunch of like blues. This is my Winter is Coming colorway. It's nice speckled gray blue, and then got some other fun ones in here. This is from the winter box from Woolberry last year. I have a little bit of that left. It's like a gray with blue. This is, I've got White Pine, which is another one of my colorways. This is on a silk merino base. So beautiful. Look at that sheen. Oh my gosh. Love this color so much. It's so beautiful with that like deep, deep blue green coloring going on. It's so gorgeous, especially with that silk in there. This is another one from the Woolberry winter box. And what else I've got in here? I've got all kinds of fun stuff, you guys. It's so much fun stuff. This is another the winter box from Woolberry. I just figured I'd use a bunch of those in there because that would be easy. So that's going to be the 1/2 of the half and half triangles wrap primarily. And then this I might actually end up putting on the other half with these beautiful dark colors. I think that'd be pretty. So it'll be like, those will be the half and halves, and I think it's really fun. These are all kinds of fun. This is another vintage type yarn. It's called Bond Street by Wendy Yarn, and it's a wool blend. I think it's, yeah, you can't read it very well, but yeah, it's a wool blend. Really pretty. 50 grams. So that, and that's where I'm at currently, is working through that. I had 3 balls of that, so I have 150 grams of this color. So pretty. I love these soft, looks like water. It looks like water. This really looks like water to me, and I haven't been to the lake that much this year. I need to do that. I need to go to the lake. It's very therapeutic to me as well. So I'm enjoying knitting on that. I'm using my Chiaogu red lace. Love this. These needles are amazing. It is so easy to knit with these. Like everything just slides right off of it. Slides right off of it. Super easy. So yeah, that's about it as far as my works in progress. I'm trying to think what else. As I mentioned, I have been dyeing up the colors. So this past week and tomorrow as well. So I'm recording today's Thursday, the 29th of August, and it is quite warm. But I will be, and I'm wearing a mohair sweater. I know, it's unbelievable. It's so bizarre. Yeah, I would not go outside in this right now. I'd be extremely uncomfortable. But I did want to let you guys know that I have been working on those colorways. It's really fun. They're definitely getting more towards the fall. I'm going to be, there's one colorway in particular that I want to work on here tomorrow that is going to be more geared towards socks. You definitely could use it for anything, but I feel like it would be super fun for socks, and it's going to be very Halloweeny, I guess. You could look at it as a Halloween color. I don't have a lot of colors that are specifically Halloween, but I do like some colors that are more like fall into the fall end of things. So, I mean, I have my pumpkin colorway in stock now. I definitely made sure I kept that in stock. See it back here. Pumpkin, and then Nightshade. I love this color. It's a super, super deep purple. If you're my Nightshade girls, I love this color. I love purples. These are my favorites, and this is my absolute favorite purple. I want a sweater made out of Nightshade. so bad. I really do. And I have currently do have like a sweater's quantity of nightshade dyed up on my Peruvian Highland wool base, which is perfect for sweaters. So if someone doesn't snatch this up ASAP, I'm probably gonna make a sweater out of it. And then you'll have to custom order, but it's totally fine. We're all able to do that. I am currently in the process of looking into how I'm doing my colorways. So primarily I was dyeing up like an amount. So I'd love to hear feedback from you guys. So I dye up like a very small amount of colors because I just don't keep a lot of bases in stock. I just don't have the capacity to keep a lot in stock. It's a lot to do that. So for me, what I like to do is I have been doing that, but what I want to do is shift more towards doing custom orders where I will create the colorways and I will dye up a very small amount of it, and then it'll be like custom orders. So then you can order the amount you want. And because they're custom orders, it will take weeks, weeks to get it done. But I'm going to be shifting more towards that because I think that's more sustainable for just myself in general. It really helps. So just so you guys are aware, that's what's going to be happening. I'm just trying to work through that at the moment, but that's it. So I'm going to have to kind of revamp the way my listings are done because I currently have it listed with the items I have in stock, and to do pre-order it would have to be pre-order, which means that it could take a couple weeks to get it because I might and probably, especially if you're ordering for a custom amount, I might be ordering that in bulk at that time, and it takes about a week to get that, and then I have to dye it, which takes like another week of processing, and then so on and so forth. So it takes weeks to do, but then you get exactly what you want on the base you want, because that's the biggest thing that I've been running into is I might dye something and you love the color, but you're like, that's not the base I want it on. I want it on this base. So I think this will be much more manageable. And I've noticed a lot of dyers starting to shift that way. And I think it has to do with the cost of yarn. It has gone up quite a bit. So in order to be able to manage doing this, that is going to be what I have to do. So I hope you understand. And I'd love to hear your input if you enjoy that, where you can put an order in, like a custom order, and do it that way. And then it's basically and it may, which it probably will, I should say, get to the point where it's like there's a certain time where that colorway would be available, and then it would be multiple people ordering it at that time, if that makes sense. A lot of people do that for collections, and it makes sense because you need to order if you're a wholesaler. So someone who buys the yarn to resell it, that's a wholesale situation. You have to buy it in bulk in order to do wholesale. So I think that's why a lot of people do collections like that. So there you go. That will be coming in the near future. So I guess it's kind of shop update end of things at the end here. So, but I'm so disorganized. I made a list and I'm still all over the place. I don't know, you guys, sometimes. Anyway, as far as I do have some acquisitions, I know I'm not supposed to be buying stuff, and I just went to the Fiber Festival, so I really shouldn't be buying stuff. They're just a couple, but they are acquisitions nonetheless. And I thought you might enjoy it because they're kind of fall looking, and everybody's getting into the mood of fall end of things. And I love summer, don't get me wrong, but I am enjoying these fall, and these are, I think, really good transition colors. So I did buy a few things. Now, they were destash. So I don't know. I feel better about that for some reason. If you're familiar with Joanna from Stitching the High Notes, she is doing a D-stash right now, which I actually would like to do a D-stash myself. I'm thinking of doing that. I just have to get organized. But if you are someone who likes shopping people's D-stash, definitely let me know in the comments below, because that will maybe motivate me to continue to get that organized, because that takes its own amount of time and it's just not on the top of my priority list. But if I know a lot of people are interested or anything like that, that might motivate me to do that. But anyway, all right, so I did shop her D-stash, and she had a couple fun ones here, and some of them were actually her mom's D-stash. I know she's trying to like downsize a bunch of things, so it's really fun to be able to shop that. I kind of can support her, and she knows that it's going to someone who's going to be using it. So she had Sweet Sparrow yarns. I've actually never purchased anything from Sweet Sparrow yarn. I've wanted to. Her colors are quite beautiful. And the colorway is Aria, and it's on the House Wren base, which is 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. I'm a little nervous about that. It's a nylon tweed. And the only reason I'm nervous about it is that is a very high merino content, and I want to use this for socks. I think it'll be okay, but it's just, it might pill a lot. I don't know. I've not worked with an 85%, but isn't that beautiful? So this is Aria. So pretty. And this reminds me a lot of some of the colors I'm working on right now, actually. So that was pretty funny. Here I went and bought one, and I'm like, Sarah, you're dyeing some of this stuff right now. What is the matter with you? But I do, like I said, I love supporting other small businesses. Again, this is Sweet Sparrow yarn. I didn't buy it directly from her, but Stitching the High Notes, Joanna, is a small business, so I'm helping her. So we've got that one. And then we've got, this is super fun too. So this is Hey Sister Yarn Co., which I've never purchased from them either. And it's kit number 1. I'm not 100% sure what the base is on this. It doesn't really, it's a little hard to tell. I think it's merino. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of bases listed on the back, so I don't know which one it is. Hilarious. I have no idea. But look how beautiful that is. So this is kit number 1. Really pretty. It's a speckle. It's primarily cream colored, but there's some really pretty speckling in there. And then I actually have a colorway very similar to this. Just a really pretty neutral, but rosy colored neutral. And then this is really pretty golden color. And I like that. That combination is really nice. It brings out some of the speckles. That's a little sock set, and this is my kind of fall socks. These are fun. I am really getting into knitting fun socks for my roller skates, because I like to roller skate, and I haven't roller skated that much this year yet. But I feel like when you have super fun socks that you wear when you roller skate, it'll make you want to roller skate even more. So there's that one. And then the last one was a little pricey. It was a bit of an investment piece, but I think it's totally worth it. I'm a big fan of farm yarn, if you can't tell from all the spinning I've been doing lately, and buying of fleeces, because I bought a lot of fleeces recently. And speaking of which, hilarious. So if you do not follow Christopher on Flannel and Pearls, he has a podcast as well. It's called Flannel and Pearls. Yeah, Flannel and Pearls, and he's wonderful. He's absolutely wonderful. I enjoy him so much. His stories are fabulous, and he recently fell down. I told him he drank the same Kool-Aid that I'm drinking, because I don't know how he got his hands on it. I don't know what the whole deal was, but he purchased like 50 pounds worth of wool recently. They're 50 pounds worth of fleeces. And he put a photo on Instagram with these gorgeous fleeces, and I'm just tickled to death because I'm like, well, there you go. He at least got a lot of, I did get some actually, but he has a lot of really pretty colored fleeces. So check out his Instagram and his YouTube channel. He's so much fun. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So this is blend number 1 lace weight. Technically it's a fingering weight, but they call it lace weight. And it's the 2017 Isolda Club Special Edition Marled Duo. And it is beautiful. So they look similar. This has a higher content of the darker color, and then this has less of it, if that makes sense. So this is a really interesting blend. So the merino I'm used to working with, but this also has warbles and polyworth, which I haven't worked with either of those. So I was really excited, and it's a decent amount of those in there. They're very soft. The merino is actually only 45% of this, so it's less than 50%. So I was really excited when I read that. I was like, I invested in it because I was like, I cannot, I just have to. So, or I should say in the blended portion, it's 45%. So it's 50%. Let's see here. Okay, so there's 50% merino, 40% polyworth, and 10% swarbles. This is plied with a blend of 45% merino, 35% polyworth, and 20% swarbles for the lighter skein. So this lighter one, which is a lot of yardage, 820 yards in this puppy. So that's why they call it lace weight, but really, I mean, it looks like fingering, and it's woolen spun. So I feel like this will be great for socks. And then the smaller skein, which is 50 grams at 273 yards, that has the darker percentages of polyworth and swarbles are reversed. So in other words, there's 20% polyworth and 35% swarbles in this one. So they are different. You can kind of see that. Like in the bright sun, it's harder to see, but this definitely is darker than this. It's really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to making, well, at least 1 pair of socks, probably 2, because that is a serious quantity of yarn there. Yeah, they call it heavy lace weight, but I mean, I think it's fingering. And Joanna called it fingering as well. I mean, it looks like fingering to me. So this was a little bit of an investment for me. This is spun in the UK by John Arman Textiles using fiber from England and the Falkland Isles. So it was an investment piece. This is not something I can easily get my hands on. So I went for it. Sometimes you just do, you know, sometimes you do. I'm just in the midst. So because I cast off this sweater, I need to cast something on, right? And the hard part is I kind of want to cast another sweater on. I kind of do. But before I do that, because I do want to, before I do that, I actually want to knit up some more socks. So this is actually something I got from the Michigan Fiber Festival last year. It is Just Emma Pygora, 90% merino, 10%, I think it's 10% Pygora, I think. Or no, I take that back. It's 90% Pygora, 10% merino. Oh my goodness. Because I'm like, there is no way. This is definitely mainly Pygora. And it's really beautiful. So this is considered sport. It's a gray, 250 yards, really beautiful. I want to make, it's sport weight, so they would be heavier socks. But I wanted to make some really warm socks for the wintertime. I don't think Pygora will work around my neck. It's a little too prickly for me up in this region. So I would have to make either a hat, which again, prickle factor on my forehead, but I do think that if I make socks, I'll be okay because I am not as sensitive on my like ankles and my feet, which sounds weird in my head, but I think I can get away with doing that. So I'm going to do this, and then I could do this as the like the toe color, but I think I'm actually going to use some handspun that I have for the toes and heels probably because I feel like it go really nicely with this. I have some it gets Gotland wool, lamb's wool that's really soft, and let me see here. It's right behind me. I feel like that would be really pretty. Now again, this is a 3-ply versus a 2-ply, but I think this is a 3-ply actually. Yeah, pretty sure it's a 3-ply. I think that would be really nice contrast for the toes and heels, and perhaps cuff. I think this is probably around 20 grams. It might be a little less, but definitely for the heels and toes, use that. So there you go. That's fun. So I really want to cast that on because I want to make some nice toasty socks for the winter time. And then I want to cast on all of the fun fall socks. I really do. I really do. I think I'm going to be working on a lot more socks all of a sudden. It's so weird. But then I'm doing my handspun, which does remind me, I have been working on, and I totally forgot to talk about it. I could talk about it now, right? I don't edit my videos. I'm sorry. See, I'm all over the place. I don't know why I didn't write this one down. I have it right here, right next to me. I did work on my Andrea Mowry frame sweater. Oh, I did work on it. Okay, so this is the framed sweater by Andrea Mowry, and I have been working on it. I really am enjoying it. So I'm using, this is from Stonehedge Fiber Mill, and I think I'm almost done with the black. What I want to do, which I wasn't going to do this, but what I'm going to do is once I finish off this section of repeat, then I'm going to break the black because I want it to, it's fine if it transitions a color during the pattern, like right here, it transitioned. That's totally fine. I just didn't want like solid black, solid black. I don't really like that. I prefer that it transitions. So I will break the yarn and then continue with the others. So this is Handspun here. This is CVM, the gray. And then I have that beautiful color changing from Stonehedge Fiber Mill. And then this is one of my new colorways, Cherry Hill, that is coming out here in the fall. So this is going to be one of the ones that's released. So yes, I am showing this to you guys. But the other ones, you haven't seen them yet. Super pretty. Love it. Oh, love it. Okay. So I did work on it. I did work on it. So I do want to talk about that. But yeah, here's the Handspun CVM that I'm using. So pretty. So pretty. I'm actually working on spinning the last skein of the CVM that I need for the sweater. I still have a ridiculous amount of CVM that I need to spin, but I sometimes prefer to spin for a project. I don't know if you guys are like that. If you're a spinner and you do spinning, do you spin for a specific project? Like, or do you, like, if you get a fleece, do you just spin all of it the same way? Because there's so many ways to spin yarn, and you know, if you're going to be making socks, it's always helpful to make like a 3-ply. I don't think that's a hard and fast rule, but it just makes it like super durable for the most part. If you do like a 3-ply, makes it a lot stronger. Anyway, just curious as if you guys like have a preference if you do that, because like I said, I have a ridiculous amount of wool right now and other blends. So I have like alpaca, a lot of polypay, and a lot of Suffolk, and I have some Gotland, I have a little mohair. I have, oh, CVM. I did say CVM. So, oh, and merino. I've got merino as well. So I'd like to do some more blending of some of those things. I don't particularly want llama by itself. I don't want mohair by itself. Not that there's anything against that. I just prefer to have that blended with other things. I think I will get more use out of that myself. But anyway, yes, I'm really excited, you guys. I'm so excited for fall colors to spin, and it makes me so excited. But yeah, do let me know if you are interested in, if you like destashes, if you'd be interested in that. That might motivate me to go through my stash, because there are some things that I like a lot, but I am one person, and I can only knit and do so much. And because I do run my own hand dyed yarn business, I tend to knit with these a lot, because I need samples. So there's just no way I'm going to knit with everything that I have in stash. So if there is something that, if you would be interested in shopping a D-stash, do let me know. That'll help motivate me. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to hear about that. And yeah, I hope you're happy, healthy, and I hope you're creating. And I look forward to chatting with you guys soon. Take care. Bye.